Okay, we guess we use these. I guess we will. I don't know. All right. All right, Virgo. While we here, I want to say in the name of the spirit, hopefully this is not a love relationship thing. Ooh, let me tell you. Ooh, Pisces start off a little rocky. It's like, ooh, Jesus, I don't want all this to be love. Sometimes it hits or whatever, because I told you the energy of Scorpio will highlight going into Scorpio season where a lot of people will probably feel lonely or isolated or want an extended family, different types of things. Jesus, we don't need that energy. Because if we shit, we gotta change. Now, relationships come up, but I'm digging more of the career type spread. So I probably do that like mid-month and then probably skip sad season. So think about that. I will. I think I'm skipping that one. I was gonna skip out on this one. Okay, let's go. Ooh. All right. Let's cut these bitches up. Let's go. Timing. It's everything. Ooh, Seven of Swords. What the fuck is that about? It's reversed. Oh, okay. Seven of Swords energy could be turning over a new spoke too soon. You got the Hierophant, Four of Cups reversed. Three of Swords upright, Six of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, see what that's about though. Seven of Swords could be in a space of where someone could be trying to turn over some form of a new leaf, or somebody's getting caught for something because you got the Awakening with the reverse, Hermit, Lovers, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay, let's go. Hierophant, Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles reverse is the overall mood. On the bottom of the deck, we got Three of Pentacles reverse. We got Devil Energy. We got the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups, and the World. Ooh. Okay, the World with the Wheel, those two, for some of y'all though, the World could be in a form of like seeing something differently or the expectations or shifting the perspective of certain things. Like somebody could have the reality of the world revolves around them. So with the world being upright, it's kind of like seeing things with a better vision. But I don't like that though, because behind that comes the Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups could be an illusionist type state of the Wheel of Fortune when it comes to new cycles or new beginnings. Seem like somebody maybe can a little bit harping on the past or moving from old paradigms. I would say that though, because with the Devil and the Three of Pentacles reversed, the Devil reverse could be independently. But the Three of Pentacles could be unlearning, lack of compromising style type energy though. So I said that though. Looks like somebody's breaking up. Not breaking up. I'm talking about like, so when I say breaking up, I mean in the form of like not wanting to do the same thing. Three of Pentacles is like the aspect of the mind, the body, and the spirit, ideally though. So it's like putting those two in an alignment, and they kind of not the same though. So that's why I said Seven of Cups is more like a dazed, not paying attention, options like, oh, okay, because you see that it's Seven of Cups. That's like fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying? Like you see her looking at the fish. It could be viable options that somebody's asking or a chance at something or to do some newness, some start. Mm-mm. I don't like it because I tell you what the Knight of Cups overall move. We got Five of Pentacles, so that's what I don't like. You got High Priestess here. You got the Six of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups reverse. That's two things that don't go hand in hand. It's just like a sneaky link that somebody trying to make a relationship work, or the aspects of that though. I kind of feel like those two won't work. Kind of won't though. The sneaky links or whatever the case may be, like trying to be successful in the form of, I tell you, the emotional type aspect. If it has something to do with successful or being seen, it kind of look like somebody could be emotionally manipulative and out for themselves. Ideally though, that's why I said Seven of Cups could be a lying state type energy. Knight of Cups is also one night stands, heartbreakers, but also could be somebody that's two faced, gossipy. It could be same sex style relationships. It could just be somebody who's more in the interest of pleasuring themselves and not focus on nobody else. And Queen of Pentacles necessarily can be that way. So Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who lies to get certain things that they necessarily want without the intention of doing what it is that they have to do. You got Four of Cups. You also got the Awakening with the Hermit card. Some of y'all may be going through the dark night, learning certain spiritual practices or certain awarenesses or stepping into positions or teachings. For some of y'all, though, with the Awakening, it could be a resurrecting, like a clear, like trying to bring something back to life, ideally, though. But it seems like the only thing that is clearing or resurrecting is an understanding that's with self that's going on. So I say that, though. It's a lot of earth right here. We got Three of Swords, though. Three of Swords, that's heartbreak, pain. Then we got Lovers, and then we got the Piscean energy, and then we got Four of Swords. Yeah. I said I was gonna start saying the signs though, but I don't want to. Anyway, with Three of Swords and the Lovers and the Moon doing the Four of Swords, it could be some stress though. Like you even say, it could be some form of shedding light on something though, ideally though. And those type of moments of being more accountable. I told you the Lovers card is assistance, that is help, that is understanding, that's also a mirroring personality. So it's kind of like if you've been in a state of restlessness, weary when it comes to relationship aspects or just love overall, giving and receiving. If you've been giving off like I don't know, like confusing type aspects, it's kind of like you're receiving the same thing back and then wondering like how the fuck did I get here? And that's where it's like the Five of Pentacles, where it seems like somebody keep trying to re-resurrect something that needs to be let go of. So I will say that though. Say that. You got Chariot energy that's moving forward, that's triumph, that's speed, tenacity. You also got Seven of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Swords reverse, Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. If this got any damn thing to do with a relationship, I promise you I'll put it cut the fuck up. No, I'm just playing. But Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Chariot energy is full speed. For some of y'all, though, if it comes from family type matters or relationship, though, some of y'all keep reaping the same harvest because of the Ace of Swords, not knowing what to put out of certain situations. Keep harping over the same things. Oh, I want to do this, and then we're going to move forward. But then at the same time, this is where empathy comes in. Empathy is not coming from overall state of understanding of clarity. It's coming from the old. So it's kind of like if somebody made a mistake, I'm going to only fix what I messed up, but I'm not fixing from the intention to grow. This card seems like it's coming in. All right. We got Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Hangman. God damn. Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, though, this got something to do with a relationship, though. I will say this. Fuck that. I really don't care about that, though. This got something to do with love, though. Page of Cups could be some apology and some understanding of trying to start over, but it's kind of like the Hangman, though. Somebody's kind of letting it go. The idea of if it's a form of relationship commitment or dealing with anything, though, it's kind of like somebody's an intention of, where it's kind of like, no. That's supposed to be something that needs to be let go of. I'm not going to tell you what needs to let go of, but it's kind of like in the space of holding on to old things that necessarily don't soothe you because you got the Ace of Swords if you're trying to manifest or call into certain things. High Priestess can be a divinity card to where like you could be secretly praying or asking for something or trying to call it into the universe, and the universe is like, no. Look at the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reverse. I told you that because the Seven of Pentacles could be a collecting, revisiting. Okay, is it time for me to go? Da 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 da. Before we get to the state of like a cycle of completion before you get to the number 10. So it's kind of like, okay, I got everything that it is that I need, and the Ace of Swords is reversed. So it's kind of like, no. So if it's a new beginning or new thought process, because Ace of Swords have everything to do with the mind, so it could be the things that you say, you do, operate in a form of communication, though. So I would say that it looks like somebody's still operating on the old. I still want to call into the new, and that's why I said it seems like it's some form of mental confusion, because you got King of Wands and a Magician, though. There we go with the action. Let's thrust in the action. Nine of Wands. Let's see. King of Cups. I said that though. I didn't feel that though. I don't feel that though. Because King of Pentacles reverse could be somebody who is emotionally manipulative and cold-hearted. This could be somebody that's pretending to be a wounded warrior. And like that's the narrative that somebody keeps telling themselves I did it though. Because with the moon though, that's like in the space of like mental confusion. Because you got the food. Ooh, you got the food though. Let's go. Because we got Page of Swords. We got Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles reversed, and the Page of Swords. I said that though. No, it kind of don't feel very genuine. I don't know what you doing with it. I kind of don't know because the Fool, the Page of Pentacles, and the Emperor is a position of a control or divine masculine energy of understanding, right? Six of Swords is making a move to be able to move forward, but with the Three of Pentacles and the Page of Swords reversed, this could be very uncompromising, unwilling to learn. So the Page of Swords is kind of like, oh, I need to know. I'm finding information that soothes, that keeps. It is a learning card, but if the Three of Pentacles is reversed, where you don't want to take on apprenticeship or understanding of a spiritual concepts or life or shadowing someone, a job or career type state base or understanding with self is kind of like in a space of what are you actually calling into your life? Does that make sense? Because you got a Nine of Swords. This could be Nine of Swords. Wait a minute, wait a minute. It's Nine of Swords, Three of Cups reverse. Nine of Swords could be a card of where it's like stress, guilt, remorse. It's like needing to go to sleep, but the thoughts keep playing over your mind. It's kind of like words that need to be said or whatever the case may be. But you do got Temperance and the Three of Cups. This could be in the form of where you hear me say needing to cut out certain things, certain people, certain situations. I tell earth signs all the time when y'all get mad, y'all start giving out unwarranted solicited advice. I told y'all when I put that on the post where I put the link and one on the website where I was talking about don't let Mercury and Scorpio have you around here telling your friends what's best for them and the idea, even though if you may feel like it at the same time, that's more isolating because if the Temperance is there, reverse is not in a form of where it creates room to where somebody will want to be very vulnerable, understanding, and all those different types of things. So it's kind of like you going off on a tangent while somebody else goes off on a tangent and still not bringing a form of clarity or whatever the case may be. I will say that though. So it doesn't bring clarity to a situation, but you got to Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away, but it's also jumping into a new form of a paradigm because it's kind of like a black hole. You got Four of Pentacles, the World, Five of Wands, yeah, Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups. Um, Four of Pentacles in the world, though, this could be holding on to something. Though. Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles can be a very clingy, needy type person. It could be a very power card. It could be like a block perception of chakras. The ideally, though, holding on to certain things. That's where the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, this is here where somebody may not be very clear about certain arguments, miscommunication, competition, the aspects of the illusions, doing certain things over and over and over again, and like repeating them. And then you got Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords. That's like indecision instead of decision. I tell you, Two of Swords, if it's friends, people, anything in your life, that's a form of like divided loyalty and concepts. So it's like you don't know where certain things may stand. Like, here's the thing though. This looks like I don't know if you may be in the energy of a people pleasing energy, but I say that it kind of looks like that though. Somebody's a people pleasing energy, or somebody has a conflicting style type of energy. Because you got Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands also could be a stagnation card. Two of Wands, Queen of Wands, it's like the decision to do something. The telescope is overlooking, seeing how far, what it is that you need to do to put in a form of action. But the Ace of Wands leads to no action. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm going to do it, but I don't do it. It's kind of like a half-ass type gesture. I say that though. Whew. You got Strength, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Justice Reverse, Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. Strength and the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, though, I would say that, though, if it's like moving towards something or wanting something, where you hear me say with the Magician of calling in, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands reverse. If you keep doing the same thing that you always do, you will always get what you always done. Strength is being able to move forward, but it could be some type of calling in, needing something, manifestation, though. But the Knight of Swords is a very tyrannical energy. I tell you, that's somebody who doesn't listen well. they know. So they only come around to get certain things that it is that they need, and they move the fuck on like really quick. So it's kind of like, oh, I got what I got, and then they move on. Because you got Justice, Seven of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups reversed. Because justice could be a form of unfair situations. It could be, I tell you, that's karmic. It could be blame. Um, Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, if it's like friends, fulfillment, work, career, all those different types of things, could be a lot of blame that's going around and nobody's taking accountability. I think that's where the Lover's card is there. So it's kind of like if you're confused or dazed, it's the energy of like you giving it and you receiving it back. It really is. It's kind of like you kind of like, but no, I'm not. And somebody's like, oh, yes, you are. Nine of Cups could be necessarily unhappy, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's with family, whether it's job or careers. It's kind of like unhappiness is just spilling everywhere. Now it's time to find what makes you happy though. So I say that though. Kinda is though. That's weird. 16 minutes. Ooh. I think this big a shot. Definitely got thin. Three of Wands and the Five of Wands. That's why I said it's kind of like somebody's mentally confused. Or I say that though. So I don't know if you're confused about certain things that it is that you should do. Because Five of Swords is after the fight. It's kind of like a standstill after everything that necessarily happened. Three of Wands is like returning back to a state of. So that's why I said it's kind of not clarity. So if this was some new beginning or wanting some new start or some understanding, it's kind of like, oh, well, I'm still bringing about the same thing. I'm gonna still bring about the same thing. I'm gonna still. It's kind of like that though. So it's not like very honest. Let's move forward. It's just stuck, and then it goes. You got Six of Pentacles. You got the Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords reverse. The Sun and the Page of Wands. What the fuck is good about this though? Because Page of Wands could be also a person that delivers good news, but in the form of you have the sun here. So if it's like good news is coming, ideally though, or trying to see the good in something, the King of Swords reverse could also be somebody that is very manipulative with words and they hold back and they're very not honest when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, even if it's calling into new cycles. I tell you, it's kind of like somebody got some hidden resentment, secret pain. You got Six of Pentacles though, so when it comes to giving or exchanging, so that's why I kind of feel like that though. So it's kind of like somebody's like, oh yeah, we're gonna start over, we're gonna do this, but then at the same time, somebody's only starting over because they fucked up. Does this make sense? I hope it does. We're gonna pull another spread. We're at 17 minutes. I feel like I'm trying to keep them under at least like 35, 36. I'm trying to shorten up my time. Get straight to the point. But that's what it kind of feels like. Kind of do, or kind of feel like, oh yeah, this is here. But I tell you, with the Queen of Pentacles reverse, that's kind of like the dynamic of somebody promising something but they can't fulfill it. Like Queen of Pentacles would be like the typical friend, oh girl, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then you kind of like, damn, like when the fuck they gonna do it? Like they never come through, like that type of. Ten of Pentacles, like you hear me say, with the family or dynamic of children, it's like where feminine is necessary, don't feel like nothing. Kind of like, oh, I hate these fucking kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's kind of like, oh, I hate these fucking kids. That's normal. You're like, oh, they get on my nerves. But it's like at the point of where you're searching for something post midlife crisis, like wanting to do something, committing to something. Ideally, though, like, yeah, I do it, but I really don't want to do it. You know, just trying to figure out yourself and things. So that's where, like, when it comes to the TV or certain realm, you may be dealing with that you necessarily don't feel like. All right. Six, six of swords again. God damn. Whew. Nine of Cups and the Ten of Wands, though. I said that, though. Maybe in a heavy downer type position. You got Six of Pentacles reverse. Somebody got the Eeyore Spirit. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, I tell you, that's a very reckless energy, though. Yes. Knight of Swords or Three of Pentacles can be a reckless energy. It could be in the space of where you hear me say it could be behavior, or it could be behavior. Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. Whew. Well, of Fortune and Knight of Cups. I would say this though, y'all need to mind your business. It's like either if this you're dealing with it. Some people need to mind their business. If you're the person where you're the Page of Swords and the Knight is teaching you necessarily how to be able to It's like people need to mind their business, or you need to get you some new friends. I say that though. New friends, new social circles. High priestess though. All right, on the bottom of the deck we got Empress, we got Screen, we got Nine of Pentacles, we got King of Pentacles, and we got three. And then last but least, we had a Tower. I told you towers, and you got the moon though. It could be a chaotic type energy, the illusion necessary that comes about. One of y'all got a Pisces moon, I don't know, but it's kind of like the illusion of necessary that comes about the chaos. And so you, tower moments could be a form of our own chaos and situations that like they manifest and they brew to teach us how to be able to let go of, to where like this King of Pentacles energy would be trying to clench or grip or to say no, I'm going to do this, and it's kind of like no, you gotta be able to let it go, whether it's with a job or situation, position, or financial type aspects. It's like, oh, you have to be able to relinquish because it teaches somebody how to be able to be independent. Because of this, is like mastering masculine energy is teaching it how not to be in a form of egotistical type space. Some of y'all say certain friends, certain relationships, whether you be the bad friend or somebody else be the bad friend, is teach you how to align yourself with a new pact and be able to be in a form of loving or get the support that you need. Overall, you got a high priestess energy here. High priestess could be a person reversed with both too. Is somebody who doesn't really trust their intuition. I would say that they're like, you don't listen. It could be somebody that's not the best secret keeper. Always in a space of running their mouth. And the reason why I said that though, because you got Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Those two don't go together. And the Six of Wands, they don't go together at all. So that's why I said high priestess could be a person who talks too damn much. You got a Nine of Cups reverse. You got a Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. I tell you, this is the epitome of I wrote a check that my ass can't cash, but at the same time, somebody could be in a space of when it comes to their own emotional type state. Somebody could be a victim. It could be woe is me, getting caught up in situations, not knowing how to see themselves out of it, like the emotional type aspect. Whether that's going to go talk to a therapist, a person, or a situation. Knight of Swords could be somebody who moved too fast. I would say that though. Like it doesn't let a situation process. So it's like, oh, I gotta do this. And I told you the way somebody was doing something was off an old paradigm. Ten of Wands, this is like beating a dead horse, but at the same time knowing when to ask for help. You got Ace of Swords, and then you got Page of Swords, and you got the Six of Wands though. For some of y'all though, Six of Wands could be friends or situations. I don't know, because if this is the state of, well, this is the truth, it's kind of like somebody intentions is finally coming to light. Six of Wands is like they could be bully mobs, certain friends, certain people who operate off old paradigms. Oh no, do this and go with the flow, ideally though, but they only operate off old. They do the same shit. Page of Swords is not trusting. That's somebody who's very two-faced, a gossip. And it's also somebody in the form of where they go get information, they take it to one place to the other, and they necessarily don't go like they go unseen. So that's why I said it kind of feels like somebody finally figuring it out though. Because you also got Six of Pentacles where somebody will say, oh, here you go. I'm sorry. The apology, not open to receive anything, but I'm going to give you this in the form of shush, shush now. It's kind of like that. The Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. I told you completing, but also running back to the same position. Oh, we're good. We're good. So it's weird. That's why I said one of y'all is kind of like in a space of, I don't know who you're arguing with, what you're arguing with, but some of y'all is like learning what and who cut out of your life or certain situations, certain people, certain aspects of how you be able to deal with certain things. Let me see. Let me pull a little more because we got 23 minutes. So, man. Okay, we got let's see. Strength and the Empress came out. For Pentacles, I like this though because this is an opening, but it's awakening, but it also is losing its power. I would say that though. So this is a feminine, the aspects of how it loves or how it works is teach you how to be able to operate from a feminine type aspect. Because you see a lot of people who like to have emotional power over a lot of people though. And that's like, woo, I'm telling you like this, whoo, that's like a whole lot worse than just somebody blackmailing you. I say the emotional blackmail is the worst. I will plug that blog below. That is the worst. Nine of Pentacles with the Scorpionic energy, though. For some of y'all know, I told y'all this is an ending and transitioning that needs to come about. Page of Wands and the Chariot. I told you that could be a card of a person who always talks about the negative. They're very problematic. It's kind of like somebody doesn't know how to deal with things on their own. So it's kind of like, no, can you help me? Can you help me? And it's like, can you just shut the fuck up? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like somebody who's always getting their own way. It's kind of like having a friend who always say, sorry, sorry, sorry. And over time, you recognize that it's not genuinely sorry. They're just sorry because it's kind of like, oh, you figured me out. You caught me red-handed. It's kind of like that type of style of energy. So let's go. Really is. You got Four Cups reversed. You got the Hermit. You got the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. That's what I said. For some of y'all, know this is going to go speak to a counsel or a person or talking to somebody that's understanding, rational. For some of y'all, though, this is working on to become like using wisdom and understanding of your own pain in certain situations to be able to be the Queen of Swords to say, okay, all right, all right, all right. Because that's what I said. For some of y'all, y'all are the Queen of Swords and dealing with people who are like this. For some of y'all, y'all not. For some of y'all dealing with people who are like this and you just like, God damn. Falling on deaf ears here, but I tell you, it's kind of like somebody is losing emotional power. Don't know what the fuck that's about. On again, we got on the bottom of the deck, we got the World, Four Wands reversed. Ooh, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, Judgment again, Star, and the Justice. Justice could also be a karmic card, like the fair share balance. On the back of that, we got Ace of Cups, Five of Swords, and here. Because you hear me say from the karmic type aspects, it could be, oh, well, I like this, but I want this, but you can't have it. It's kind of like that, though. Like, that's the epitome of, like, both sides. The intellect, or whatever the case may be, for it's like the swords on this side. It's like learning how to do, what to say, and understanding the emotional type concept, though. Especially when it comes to actions, because on the balancing side, you got the Star, you got the Judgment, which is repeating to finish out certain karmic cycles. The Resurrecting, like for some of y'all, this could be moving, traveling, going to a new place, losing old healthy attachments, breaking up old partnerships, paradigms, and then saying, aha. To be able to be or step into a state. So if it may feel weird or it may suck, but it's still bringing about some form of change. It really is though. Pick your friends. Like you pick your car. Alright. Who said that? No, somebody said you should. Somebody said you should pick your friends like you pick your. I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever favorite thing you like. Your friends, lovers, relationships. Like they say, pick your battles wisely. In that form of like yeah, all things right there. I think we're gonna label it. Pick your battles wisely. Yeah. Yeah. Because you know y'all can be the mothers of the zodiac. Always trying to help and do everything for everybody else, or whatever the case may be, instead of yourself. And then when you get depleted and tired, that's when you feel like you ain't necessarily worth what it is. And that's the epitome of the number 9. Earthworm on the bottom of the deck. Earthworm is somebody who is very shy, hesitant, reluctant style of energy when it comes to certain things. It really is, though. Ooh, you got the Lion. Ugh. Lion reverse could be a card of somebody who's very mental. Horse. Horse could be fast speed. That's like um how quick somebody is to come to judgment. Camel, Phoenix, and the zebra. This could be creative type aspects. With the zebra reverse, it speaks of being jaded. The Phoenix also is a card of where it speaks of constantly going through certain cycles, ideally though. So for some of y'all, this is not y'all first rodeo going through certain things. Cobra could be a wise man and a teacher. Frog is the energy of a cleansing, but reverse it could be dehydrated, not in the form of where it's necessarily like needing to replenish, to rejuvenate. all those different types of styles. Let me see before we pull from over here. Ah, I think that line is judgmental. I think it is. Wait a minute. Camel, dehydrated, and yeah, I said that though. That's kind of like two cards. I say that. Ah, oh no, it's not that. Um, Libra is no shit. Damn, when out of balance, it's a withdrawn and just too damn serious. To bring it to meditation, to bring it to balance, daily meditation and friendships. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest to begin. Camel is in a form of dehydration as well as a frog, though. That's what I said. Ooh, that's what I said for some of y'all, though. Ugh. That lion energy reverse, I tell you, though, that's like getting out of the energy of being around certain pack mentality, like certain people wanting to lead or do certain things. Yeah, some of y'all know. It's like, yes, yes. Some of y'all need to just live a little, you know. Ooh. Ooh. That is space source. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. What would it feel like to be a student again? I told you here fun. What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying: when a student is ready, the teacher appears. When out of balance, it is a know it all, and egocentric. To bring into balance is taking a class or necessary to study. I said those things. Like shadowing somebody, understanding the concept without trying to be in a Queen of Pentacles style type way or whatever. Because of it's just learning. Those type of aspects. Learning each one teach one program or whatever the case may be. Don't know, it could be somebody you dealing with, somebody you could be dealing with that though. But I told you you had two Knight of Swords with us. That's a very reckless style. I told you that's somebody who doesn't listen. But I think too, somebody is a very it's the emotional blackmail that somebody is losing over somebody though. Because I tell you, emotional blackmail is, whew, that's damage. Though. I tell you, emotional blackmail is when somebody say, "Oh, you know, I'm gonna do this for your mama." Girl, let me shut up. Bring love into the situation though. But I'm saying like that's the emotional blackmail. Oh, you know I'm your mama. Oh, these reversed. But we'll take them. I take them like this. Even though it don't mean that. To me, it does. Because I be trying to do like non-reversals. That's not my thing. That's how spirit talks to me. It say don't let your past hold you back. It's time to take action. With those that feel like reverse, don't let your past hold you back. It seems like somebody's operating off a form of karmic. I think your South Node is in the form of where it talks about past life, Mercury. You hear me say why it's a Scorpio working through those certain aspects, certain things. A lot of people were more tethered to their past. It's time to take action. Where you hear me say, as far as new moon and Aries, it's like figuring out how you want to do certain things. Like what is it that you're willing to fight or to withstand for? Hold your vision though. For some of y'all know this is coming up with the world. Like you hear me say the new perspective of the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Leo, Aqua, all those different types of things. You and your loved ones are safe. For some of y'all though, this is needing to back from the family aspects of who, what you keep surrounding yourself around and building with new people. A new romantic cycle begins. Until your new romantic cycle begins, could be in a form of relationships or balance, what is fair, creating time, love, interest, self. Like if it's kids, it's like family, knowing when to separate time that you deal with them from certain things that it is that you want, creating room for you and theirs, and whatever it is, a time for healing. That's why I said that though. For some of y'all, though, it's a time for healing in certain aspects. So I don't know if you working with somebody, or somebody's working with you, but it looks like a lot of y'all could be a little hard to deal with by being an earth sign. So when it comes to healing certain things or whatever, some of y'all may be stuck in the past and not the new. Okay, as we wrap this up, we got nothing will come of the situation and adjustments is required. I tell you nothing will come of the situation. It means that something may came right or maybe the situation just what it is. It's nothing. Adjustments are required. That's the epitome of changing certain things. Maybe expectations, maybe shift, like seeing things for what they are. Like you must say, seeing things for what they are in certain people. Last card out is have faith in your dreams. So a lot of y'all, I think that's just necessarily what's going on. It's like having to adjust certain things. Whether it's how you deal with people, work, career, life, family expectations, going into old paradigms, and like seeing what it is that you want. Like I said, self-worth, self-work. Looks like that's gonna be the month of November. That's why I said November gonna feel woo like that COVID energy all over again. It's gonna feel like a fucking madhouse. So on that note, what I said I was gonna name this I don't know, we're gonna say pick a path and stick to it. I think that's what we're gonna name this though. Pick a path and stick to it. I gotta create one. I think that's what we're gonna name this though, because that's what it really needs to seem like it needs to be. Picking a path and sticking to it ideally what necessarily works for you. I'm gonna do this before I submit this motherfucker on. Ooh, I like this one. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna hang up. And who's next? That's who's next. We got Justice. Oh, we got Justice. So then I'm gone.